Hi, my name is Natalie Eve Marquis. I'm an energy healer and hypnotherapist in Sedona, Arizona. Today we're talking about sacred messengers and how to raise our vibration so we're more able to hear Spirit, God, our angels, and spirit guides communicating with us. I believe they're constantly trying to communicate us and literally sending us hundreds of messages per day. But unfortunately, we're often not seeing them or hearing them. And this can sometimes be because our vibration is kind of on the lower side. If you think of God, God is an extremely high vibration. And our angels and spirit guides are a little bit lower than that, but still much higher than the human vibration, which tends to be very dense. So anything that we can do to raise our vibration so we're more in tune with spirit and our spirit guides and more on that similar vibration, the more likely we will be able to actually hear God talking to us, to hear our angels sending us messages, and to be able to see those incoming messages from a variety of different places. So let's begin. What's the first way to raise your vibration? Well, the first thing to do is just be open to the possibility that spirit is actually trying to communicate with you throughout the day in hundreds of ways. You've said a prayer, you've asked for guidance and support. Now anticipate an answer. Be open to the answer coming and just be open. I know you may be thinking, well, it's possible for other people to hear them, but not me. There's something special about other people that you don't feel you have. This is definitely not true. We're all built to be able to communicate with God and with our angels and spirit guides. They want us to have a relationship with them. So just be open. The second, and to me this is a really big way, is to develop your intuition. I like to think of our intuition as a spiritual antenna. It's the way, that little antenna that rises up so we can get into the same vibration as God, our angels, and spirit guides. So when you develop your intuition, you're able to tune into higher frequencies and higher vibrations, which is where God and our angels and spirit guides reside. So developing your intuition will help that. Now, keep in mind, I believe that everybody is born intuitive, but it's a muscle that some of us work more than others. So just like you go to the gym on a regular basis to strengthen your muscles, so too you must work with your intuition on a daily basis in order to strengthen your intuition, in order to develop finer senses in your ability to sense, feel, hear, know, and understand those messages when they're coming in from a variety of places. And then they can come from a whole host of places. It could be your own inner intuition coming through your higher self. It could be through the signs and symbols such as repeating numbers, songs on the radio, overheard conversation, a message on a billboard. There are a whole variety of ways that spirit is constantly trying to communicate with us. And it's trying to communicate with us because, like I said, we've said a prayer, we've asked for guidance and support, and so it wants to help us and it wants to answer us. It also wants us to develop a relationship with it. So develop your intuition. That's your spiritual antenna. It's what's going to help you be able to tune in to those signs and symbols and to those messages, to God talking to you, to your angels talking to you. The next thing you could do is actually take 10 minutes every day just to sit and be quiet and to listen. Now, this is a little bit different from meditation. Meditation, we often focus on our breath or a mantra or something like that. Here, I'm just talking about sitting and listening. Just sit and say, hey, God, I'm here, I'm listening. What do you want me to know right now? Or angels, I could really use your support in XYZ, and then just sit and listen and see what comes in. Notice what you feel. Notice what you sense. Notice what you hear. Notice if you all of a sudden a visual comes into your awareness. Just sit and notice. And if thoughts come up about different things, just let them drift away and then come back to an active state of listening. In fact, I find it helps to kind of pretend that God or your angels are sitting right across from you, and you're waiting. You're getting ready to listen to them speak. So just as if you were having a friend sit directly across from you and you were waiting for them to speak, you would wait with your heart open, with your ears open, with your focus on what they will be saying soon. So do the same with spirit. Listen. The other way to raise your vibration and be able to hear spirit speaking with you is to look look around you, become aware of all the various ways that Spirit is trying to communicate you. Really look for an answer. It's just like a friend. If a friend had called you up and said, hey, I just sent you a card on the mail, be on the lookout for it, you'd be running out to your post office every day or checking your email to see if that message came through. Well, it's the same thing. When you pray to God or your angels, expect an answer. Be looking and anticipating for the answer. It really is coming, but you have to be looking and open and aware of where that message might be coming from. So look. The other way to raise your vibration is actually to go out in nature. It's one of my favorite ways to, go sit under a tree, by a lake, but just go outside. Nature already naturally vibrates at a higher vibration. So if you're feeling stressed or burdened or sad or anything like that, just go sit out in nature for a little while. It'll automatically help recalibrate your vibration. So nature is a beautiful tool. And the other biggie is to practice love and gratitude. There really is something to writing those gratitudes every morning and evening before you go to bed, because love and gratitude are the highest vibration feelings that we have. So if you can get yourself in a space of really feeling that love and gratitude, that appreciation, that deep love and gratitude for the blessings that you have in your life, that will raise your vibration as well. The next one isn't necessarily an easy one, but it's a really important one, and that's to heal your stuff. Our old wounds or our unresolved issues, they really drag us down. They lower our vibrations. They keep us locked to the earth, basically. And we really want to heal these. Basically, all of those old wounds and issues, they are barriers to us feeling and knowing who we are, which is pure divine love. We are a spark of the creator of all that is. We are a spark of all the one, the infinite oneness of all that is. So the more we can remove all the barriers to that love, the more naturally our vibration rises to a higher level, the more in tune we are with God, angels, and our spirit guides. So to the best of your ability, heal your stuff. This may mean that you need to see a counselor to work through some of your issues, or receive some energy healing work, or journaling is a good practice. I also love Michael Murdad's book called Healing the Heart and Soul. It offers a 5-step process for healing our old wounds. It's a spiritually based process, but personally I find it really works for me, and it's my go-to. I use it quite a bit. So check that out. The other thing is to maybe consider some inner child work to help heal some of those old wounds as well. There are just a whole variety of ways that you can approach and work on healing those old wounds and those issues that tend to keep you stuck and lower your vibration. So to the best of your ability, face those fears and heal those old wounds. If you can feel it, you can heal it. So the next thing is to meditate. And again, I'm suggesting meditation because it helps quiet your mind. It is a practice where you focus on your breath or a mantra or something like that. And that practice of gentle focus, anytime your thoughts drift away, you just bring it back to that focus. That discipline of just redirecting back to that focus really does work to quiet your mind. I think I've shared before that after the birth of my son, I had really bad panic and anxiety attacks. I had an 8-year battle with it, basically, until I discovered mindfulness meditation with by John Kabat-Zinn, and I took the course at a local center, and it changed my life. I had been on medication prior to the course. When by the 8 weeks it was over, I was no longer on anti-anxiety medication and haven't touched it since. So I highly recommend some type of meditation practice. And I know there are people out there that just said, well, my mind's too crazy busy. Believe me, mine was the craziest and the busiest. So if I can do it, you really can do it. It's just really a matter of how bad you want it. So if you really want to be hearing Spirit speaking with you and being able to, have more of a dialogue and a relationship with Spirit, your angels and spirit guides, I really suggest some form of meditation. Yoga can also serve that function as well. So the next thing is ask. If you're having trouble raising your vibration and you've tried a lot of these tips and it just doesn't feel like it's working for you, ask your angels and God and spirit guides to help you raise your vibration. They'll point you in the right direction to help you out. The last thing that I think really helps raise your vibration and also helps you develop more faith and the fact that sacred messages are actually coming into your life on a daily basis, that spirit actually really is always trying to communicate with you, is to document those experiences. Jot them down in a journal when they happen, or a pad of paper, or record them, or do something to document that you're actually having these experiences. You will be so pleasantly surprised by how often and frequently they occur, and how beautifully they speak to you. Spirit is just wonderful and amazing in the way it sends the messages, uniquely packaged for you. So it really does make you feel a little special sometimes. And it's really hard to ever feel alone when you realize there is this support from outside and within ourselves that's always there for us, and that really is trying to communicate with us all the time. We just have to slow down and look and listen and be open and do the things we need to do in order to raise our vibration so we are more in tune with those messages. So if you really want to hear God speaking to you and hear your angels and spirit guides, one way is to really work on raising your vibration, and I hope you found these 10 tips helpful. If you'd like to learn more, you can explore my Sacred Messenger video series, and I also invite you to visit my website at creativeleaphealing.com, where you can learn more about the services I offer. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it.